Rangers Show.
I was just outside Appomattox, Virginia, doing some research on a story about the last days of the Civil War. One of the first families had invited me for dinner, but after a couple of mint juleps, I decided I'd better take a look around and get a little air. If you're not a Southerner, those mint juleps can be a little rough.
Is everything all right, Mr. Shepard?
Oh, fine, thanks. I just thought I'd look around a little.
If it's stories you're after, you better look down at the old cemetery. Every one of them Civil War epitaphs reads like a novel.
I know, I read them. Tell me, this marker out by the front gate, why isn't that in the cemetery with the others, huh?
I wouldn't know, Mr. Shepard. Folks around here, families living through the war and all, they get fact and legend pretty mixed up.
You're gonna take another look at that marker. You want to keep me company? You're too busy right now.
Well, being as how I'm with the honored guest, I'm sure they'll excuse me.
The Civil War dead. His death in vain. April 10th, 1865. Anyone around here know anything about him, who he was?
No, except he was a Yankee. Folks around here honor the dead. They take care of this grave like it was one of their own.
April 10th? That doesn't make sense.
What doesn't make sense, Mr. Shepard?
A date, April 10th. And why here, next to this gate? Wonder what happened on April the 10th, 1865. April 10th, 1865. April the 10th. War hasn't hit this place yet.
It's the only thing we've seen in one piece in the last 6 months.
I doubt if there's anyone in there but women and children.
I can take 2 men down that path and soon find out, sir.
Only a day or two to go before it's all over, and now we've got to move in on them. Once more, we're going to be called damn Yankees by some proud Southern lady.
Well, moving in's better than being caught out here on the road by what's left of Lee's cavalry. Well, sir, shall I scout him out?
I'll handle it.
Hanson, open the gate.
What you talking about, boy?
Yeah, they're all blue. They're gonna kill us. They're gonna kill us all.
Hush that dagged woman.
Steal my horse. I'll kill him first. I hear tell about them Yankees. They just come into place to kill everybody. Oh, Miss Tilly. Don't be carrying on. But they don't get it about. Stop it. They just men. They come to steal my horse.
Morning, ma'am. Captain Anderson, one of Sheridan's men. We've lost our way.
You're a couple of miles out of Appomattox Courthouse. What do you want?
We're hungry. That is, we're hungry if you've plenty to spare. Otherwise, we're not hungry.
Cornbread and buttermilk, that's all we got now.
And what's better?
Right now, I can't think of anything better than cornbread and buttermilk.
She didn't ask you.
Charles David, you asked the gentleman in blue to excuse you.
Excuse me, sir.
I apologize for my brother.
No offense taken.
Would you, take your men round by the kitchen door?
Thank you, ma'am. Sergeant!
Captain,
Yes, ma'am?
would you do me the honor, sir, of dining with me?
That would be a pleasure, ma'am. Make your picket line here, Sergeant. Take your men around to the kitchen.
What's on the menu, sir?
Cornbread and buttermilk.
Well, it's food, Captain.
You see that our men act as guests, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Charles David, you listen carefully. You sneak out the library door. You ride to the Appomattox Road, and you tell our soldiers that there are Yankees here.
Yeah, I'll find them. I'll find our graves.
So that's why you invited the captain to dinner, so you could keep him busy.
Very busy. Now, if they miss you here, I'll tell them that you went to pick flowers for the table. Now, you get as soon as you can. Do you hear? May I take your sword, Captain?
And leave me defenseless against that brother of yours?
Then may I take your hat? Shall we dine?
Come on, Charles David.
Oh, beautiful. Music box. What airs does it play?
Well, they're all broken but one.
What's the name of that one?
I dreamt I dwelt in marble halls.
Anyone still dream they dwelled in marble halls?
No. No longer.
How do you turn this on? Huh? I'm sorry.
Oh, excuse me, Captain. I'm sorry. Let me do that. Seat the gentleman in blue, Amos. Amos. I apologize for Amos.
I understand, ma'am.
For his manners, Captain. And just his manners.
Make way here. I won't have you Yankees trampling through my kitchen. Make way here. Woman, you take them victuals outside. Feed them out there.
By myself?
You heard what I said, woman. Now, Sergeant, you get out of my kitchen.
And after 4 years of fighting to free you,
I don't want to be free.
nobody does around here.
Nobody is. Make way. Let me through here. Make way.
Oh, I'm sorry to differ with you, ma'am, but General Lee has no trains, no stores, no ammunition.
He will never surrender.
He has no choice. Half of our army is in back of him. It'll be over in a day or two.
I wish that were true. Then my father'd be coming home.
It'll be a good thing. You'll be needing some men around here.
Well, we'll still be short of them. My eldest brother sleeps at Gettysburg. My second brother is living on rats in your prison at Elmira.
I'm sorry. And I wish I could spare you from what's probably in store for you.
Oh?
We're combat troops. We're bad enough. But the ones who'll follow us, the civilians, they're much worse.
Well, let him come. Let them all come.
You don't know them. They'll swarm all over this place like locusts, stealing and destroying everything they can lay their hands on.
Well, I thought you were going to stay here and look after us. Isn't that what usually happens in a war? I mean, aren't the conquerors supposed to protect the conquered?
You don't believe me, do you? Well, you should. I've seen them. It's not very pleasant.
Why are you so concerned about what happens to us?
Because it all sickens me. Not enough killing. And burning, tearing down. How a man who grows things, who builds. Sick of war. So sick of it. I got a farm in Ohio. It's a good one. I was just building a new house. About half done. 2 years ago when I left, in the spring, daffodils were growing wild all over the place. 2 years since I've seen a daffodil.
I didn't think that soldiers cared much about flowers.
Oh, why not? Soldiers are men, aren't they? Well, they're not killing anything about their homes. And their women.
And your woman?
Well, I got 3 of them.
3?
Sisters all.
What will you do when it's all over?
Go back to my farm. Finish building that house of mine, seed the ground, and watch things grow again.
Sir, the boy's gone. Sneaked into the woods on his horse.
That's the reason for your gracious hospitality, huh? Well, thanks to you, your beautiful home is now going to be turned into a bloody battlefield. Where did he go? Where do those roads lead to, back in the woods? Answer me!
Anything wrong in here, Miss Julie?
The boy's gone.
So much commotion because Charles David has gone to pick some wood violets?
Wood violets?
If that's so, where do they grow? Take us there.
That's not easy, Captain. They grow everywhere. Mossy places, near shady rocks. Well, there's whites and blues and delicate browns.
Captain, you must leave at once. Back of the woods is the road to Lynchburg. My brother's looking for Lee's cavalry. There was a detachment by here this morning. I sent him.
Hide the horses just under cover of the woods. Get all the furniture, take it outside, set up a barricade in the porch. I'm going to fortify this house from top to bottom.
Glory be, we don't get killed this last day.
Why? Why did you do it? The war's almost over. It could have passed you by. Why didn't you let it pass you by?
You must go. Back the way you came, please.
woman.
But this is for your sake. Captain, listen to me. I'll talk about you. I didn't know it.
Yes, sir. Tell the lady of the house house to pack her things and get to the ice house. It's safer there.
You heard him, ma'am.
You'll have to come at us from the front. You'll have to. Where are the men I told you to station up there?
Milsig! Yes, sir. Aronson!
All right, Sergeant. Have you seen anything? No, sir. Harrison?
Nothing, sir. Miss Julia, that Sergeant stealing our silver spoons. When our folks get here, he'll be the first one I'll shoot.
Amos.
Don't move, Amos. Now put up your hands. Take that pistol. Under the Articles of War, I can have you shot for this. A civilian bearing arms.
But that sergeant is stealing our silver spoons.
Sergeant! You been stealing spoons?
Only one, sir. From my wife's collection.
You may keep it, Sergeant.
Thank you, sir.
What happened to that gentleman in blue who rode into my dooryard? Has he turned into a common thief?
If he has, I think you had something to do with it, dear lady.
Captain, somebody's coming.
Back to your post. To your post, men! Sergeant, get them into the posts.
To your post, men!
It's the boy. Hold your fire!
It's Charles. It's Charles David. Charles. Charles David. You did get the violets.
Isn't that what you said? Flowers from the table? What have they done to our house?
Oh, everything's all right now. They thought you went for help.
I did, but Lee's camera was gone. All I found were these wood violets.
Thank heaven.
For all of us. Prepare to move out.
Prepare to move out!
Just wanted to say that I'm sorry we didn't have time to move your furniture back, but we're in somewhat of a hurry.
Captain, one of your men dropped this. Captain, I'm so sorry for what I did. I mean, about sending Charles David. I didn't know that you... I was only trying to protect...
I understand. The war will be over soon.
Please, you keep this as a remembrance.
There's only one way to remember a woman.
Then remember me.
Sir? Troop all saddled, ready to ride, sir.
That's the last we'll ever see of those Yankees.
Yes.
Some of Lee's cavalry are waiting up the road for him.
What?
Sure, the violets. He helped me pick them. No!
Mrs. Shepard? Mrs. Shepard?
Yes?
What did you mean?
About what?
Well, you said it didn't make sense, that date, April the 10th.
Oh. Well, the Civil War ended April the 9th. He was killed the day after it was all over.
Nothing makes sense in a war, does it?
Just that epitaph. His death in vain.
The Lloyd Bridges Show.
I was just outside Appomattox, Virginia, doing some research on a story about the last days of the Civil War. One of the first families had invited me for dinner, but after a couple of mint juleps, I decided I'd better take a look around. and get a little air. If you're not a Southerner, those mint juleps can be a little rough.
Is everything all right, Mr. Shepard?
Oh, fine, thanks. I just thought I'd look around a little.
If it's stories you're after, you better look down at the old cemetery. Every one of them Civil War epitaphs reads like a novel.
I know. I read them. Tell me, this marker out by the front gate, why isn't that in the cemetery with the others, huh?
I wouldn't know, Mr. Shepard. Folks around here, families living through the war and all, they get fact and legend pretty mixed up.
I think I'll take another look at that marker. You want to keep me company? You're too busy right now.
Well, being as how I'm with the honored guest, I'm sure they'll excuse me.
The Civil War dead. His death in vain. April 10th, 1865. Anyone around here know anything about him, who he was?
No, except he was a Yankee. Folks around here honor the dead. They take care of